Protestant, a term applied to a Christian who belonged to non-Catholic churches. 16th century series of religious actions which led to establishment of the Protestant churches, led by Martin Luther. Reformation, a movement for religious reform of the Catholic Church. Indulgence, a way to remove sin by paying the Catholic Church money. Payments took the place of acts or deeds. This practice began to be seen as a corrupt way for the Church to raise money. Martin Luther, 16th century German monk and professor who was considered to be the person who started the Protestant Reformation. He began by criticizing church practices and ultimately broke with the Catholic Church to form his own new religious faith. 95 Theses. Martin Luther's ideas that he posted on the church door at Wittenberg, which questioned the Roman Catholic Church, especially criticizing the practice of selling indulgences. This act began the Reformation. Henry VIII, English king who broke away from Pope in order to divorce his wife Catherine of Aragon. Anglican Church, form of Protestantism set up in England after 1534, established by Henry VIII with himself as head, at least in part to obtain a divorce from his first wife, became the official Church of England. John Calvin, a Protestant leader who called for strict rules and a theocratic government. Council of Trent, a series of meetings between Catholic bishops and cardinals that set several Catholic doctrines, strengthened traditional Catholic practices and ideas in the face of rebellion by Luther and other Protestants. Jesuits, religious order devoted to teaching, converting, and defending the Catholic faith. Inquisition, a Roman Catholic tribunal for investigating and prosecuting charges of heresy, especially the one active in Spain during the 1400s. Cause of the Reformation: corruption of the Catholic Church during the Renaissance, sale of church offices, nepotism, sale of indulgences, decline of morality among the clergy, printing press, popularity of Martin Luther, popularity of humanism. Peasants Revolt, a series of uprisings by German peasants against their landowners. Over 130,000 peasants were killed. Predestination, Calvin's religious theory that God has already planned out a person's life. Calvinism, a religion created by John Calvin. Erasmus, Dutch humanist and theologian who was the leading Renaissance scholar of Northern Europe. Charles V. 1500 to 1558, Holy Roman Emperor and King of Spain as Charles I. He summoned the Diet of Worms and the Council of Trent. Counter-Reformation, a 16th century movement in which the Roman Catholic Church sought to make changes in response to the Protestant Reformation, also known as the Catholic Reformation. William Tyndale, first person to translate Latin to English of the Bible. Diet of Worms, Assembly of the Estates of the Empire called by Holy Roman Emperor Charles V in 1521. Luther was ordered to recant, but he refused. Charles V declared Luther an outlaw. Excommunication, exclusion from Catholic Church as penalty for refusing to obey church laws. During this time, the punishment often came with the penalty of death. Heresy, an opinion different from accepted belief, the denial of an idea that is generally held sacred. Blasphemy, an act or statement that shows disrespect or irreverence towards something considered sacred. Lutheranism, the religious doctrine that Martin Luther developed. It differed from Catholicism in the doctrine of salvation, which Luther believed could be achieved by faith alone, not by good works. Lutheranism was the first Protestant faith, also believed that anyone could interpret the Bible. Printing press, 15th century invention which revolutionized the ability to print information, which in turn affected the speed of the spread of information itself. Johannes Gutenberg, German printer. In 1448 he invented a printing press that used movable type. The first book printed is called the Gutenberg Bible. Effects of the printing press. Humanism. A Renaissance intellectual movement in which thinkers studied classical texts and focused on human potential and achievements. Humanities. Branches of knowledge concerned with human beings and their culture, philosophy, literature, and the fine arts as distinguished from the sciences. Johann Tetzl. Priest who offered indulgences to any Christian who contributed money to the construction of St. Peter's Basilica. The Index. The list of books prohibited by the Catholic Church. The goal was to protect the faith and morals of Catholics by preventing people from being contaminated. It was created during the Counter-Reformation as a way of stopping the spread of Protestantism. Ignatius Loyola. Spanish churchman and founder of the Jesuits. This order of Roman Catholic priests proved an effective force for reviving Catholicism during the Catholic Reformation. Sacraments. Free will. God's gift to human beings of the freedom and ability to choose what to do.